Hey YouTube, thanks for joining me. Got a new product out there that I saw. It's called Blackest Black 3.0 by a guy named Stuart, Semple. And I was like so excited about it, I had to do a video. And this is it, Black 3.0. And it comes in a 150 milliliter container like this. It's an acrylic paint. It's so black, it only reflects like 1% of the ambient light that hits it. And it has some really weird effects. Now, I painted a couple sheets here. I have this sheet I painted with MTN 94, which according to me is the blackest black until now I've ever seen. And over here, I painted this with Stuart Semple's Blackest Black 3.0. He also has a 2.0 and a 1.0 that I haven't gotten yet, but I'm planning on ordering all three of them and then doing a side-by-side comparison to see how this stuff works. But what I did was I painted this little ball right here with the Blackest Black 3.0. And you can see, I put it down here on the MTN 94 black, and you can still see it. I mean, look at the comparison of the black. I mean, look how dark that is. That is just crazy. Now, if we go over here to this Blackest Black, because of the light, we're going to get some shadows. But if you go to Stuart's website, he actually has a really good video what happens. Check this out. Move this ball across, and look at that. It virtually disappears. Now, I have the light set up on my painting table, so you can actually see this effect a whole lot better. As a matter of fact, let's go there now so you guys can see it. So I have this MTN 94 backing right here, and I really want to highlight the difference. I got this piece of wood sitting on top of it. So you can see I can take this ball, move it across, and you can really see it on the MTN 94. Bring it across the wood, and then once it starts hitting this black right here, it completely disappears. Now, even though this looks like two pieces of wood, I don't know if it fooled anybody. From my perspective, it does. It's actually just one piece of wood with a stripe painted on the back of it. But under the conditions that I set up here, the effect to me is astounding. Now, what I'm seeing here is I have a little bitty tiny white line across the top of it where the lights are hitting it, and the shadow here. But in the shadow, it is completely gone to me. My wife says on the video that when I move it across, the ball completely disappears. I have this little canvas that I painted and kind of get the same effect across the top of this canvas. It's going to be interesting to paint with this stuff. So what I want to do next is I want to do three paintings experimenting with this. I want to do space paint art on that black poster board. I want to do an acrylic pour on the on that little canvas that you saw, and I also want to use that MTN 94 backing that you saw earlier, and I want to do a spray paint art on that one, but I want to paint a black hole, and I want to use the Blackest Black 3.0 for the black hole, and I bet that will be really neat. The only thing I'm worried about is maintaining the effect of the paint. And the reason I say that is I think the effect, you know, where the ball disappears and it's like really black, no shadows, I think that effect is really fragile. Reason I'm saying that is as I was painting that canvas, it was like the canvas was waterproof. The Blackest Black wasn't absorbing into the canvas. I painted 2 coats on it. The second coat kind of thick, but I still got white spots where the canvas is showing through. I got it all over my shirt. It'd been sitting there for about 2 hours in the heat, about 97 degrees outside. Took it to my wife, and my wife was able to get it out within 5 minutes. I mean, you can't see anything in there. The second thing I'm worried about is I use Rust-Oleum clear to seal my paintings, and I'm afraid that the Rust-Oleum clear is going to reflect more light than the Blackest Black. But this is all part of experimentation. We'll see what happens. Let's do the space painting now. All right, so here's the finished piece right here. Used a whole bunch of different type of spray paint in here. I used iron lac, Rust-Oleum, sugar, and even a little Belton in here just to see what effects I got. This is the Rust-Oleum right here, and you can see the planet bleeding through, which really surprised me. I don't know if that's the effect of the paint or just that I didn't saturate it enough. But I got the little ball, and we can move it across some areas here. And I think we're still getting that black on black effect that we're talking about. Some of the things I noticed though, these brush strokes in here, I did not see those before. I did not know I had brush strokes in here. But when I sprayed this little galaxy right here, some of the overspray went and sprayed on the side facing the galaxy. So I ended up with some overspray in there, and you can really see my brush marks in here. Right here, I used a stencil on this planet, and I guess I didn't have this down enough, but you can see the overspray on the planet right here. So if you're going to use this for your spray paint art, you're going to have to take extra care with your stencils. Now, I don't see using this in painting a big blob of color here and then covering it with a mask, because this stuff, it doesn't come in a spray can yet. So I guess you could add some water to it and use it with a spray gun or something like that. That would work. But anyway, here it is for spray paint art. I really like it. I think it works great. Got another couple videos right here for you guys to watch. And I got the painting right here. It should be coming up now, so you guys can see it. And thanks for staying with me. I should have part 2 up in a couple of days and part 3 a couple more days after that. I've already done the acrylic flow. I'm just waiting for it to dry. So you guys have a good one. Cheers.